there, it's Beth from scrappingwonders.com, and I am up with a collaboration with Spiegelmom Scraps and Cuts2Love. And let me just tell you, this was a really fun collaboration. So for this layout, I used products from Spiegelmom Scraps, which if you use code Beth15, you can get 15% off of your order. As well as if you hop along with us, there is some really awesome prizes, but you have to make sure that you leave comments on all of the designers' blog posts in order to win. So here I am, and I'm creating this nifty little layout of Christmas that just passed. And my photos are all 3x4 printed from home. And you saw there that I used these die cuts that I've actually had since last year cut, but I didn't use them last year. And I ended up using them now. So I placed the die cuts on the side of my layout and sprayed with the Shimmers products. And I really love the way that came out. And I kind of hated putting the piece of paper there, but in the end I really loved the way the layout came out. I will tell you, I had some mistakes and some issues, but I just kept rolling with it, and in the end I'm okay with the few little mistakes that I had. So you can see there is a huge line there between where I missed it originally up in the top left, and that's because of where I had placed the paper that I used to stop the mist from spreading all over the background. As well as my other mistake is my Christmas. I drew that out with my Cricut, which I love, but I probably should have moved it over to the left a little bit because of where I wanted this chipboard Christmas tree. But in the end, I'm gonna say I was good with the way everything turned out, and actually quite happy. So what you saw me doing there was I'm picking out some of my Inktense pencils. They're made by the company Derwent, and I absolutely love my Inktense pencils. And I picked out these 4 colors, trying to figure out which color would look the best, and ended up going with the red pencil. I didn't think that pencil was going to be the one, but it was, because after you added the water to it, it ended up looking wonderful. So I was really happy with that. What else? What did I do here next? Okay, so then my photos went, and I fussed around with this tree, and in hindsight, after looking at my video, I kind of like the way I have that tree there, and kind of wish I had kept that tree and that flare badge there, but I didn't. So all in all, okay. Then here you see I'm trying to cover up that harsh line, and that I looked at it and I was like, oh no, what am I doing? This is a big mistake. It's just making it look darker and more noticeable. So I go with sticking that snowflake there, and I'm okay with the fact that you still see a line on the layout. It bothers me a little bit, but not enough for me to go ahead and redo the entire layout and waste a sheet of paper. So I went with it. Then here I take that chipboard tree and I check it to see if I can cut any of it off with my Tim Holtz scissors, and it did cut fine. So I used score tape, because I know score tape would not allow it to move once I stuck it down, because usually with score tape it's so strong that once you stick it down, it's stuck, it's not moving. So I used score tape to stick my tree down so that I could then flip over my page to trim off the excess. I also had issues with my stitching. I do have stitching on this layout with my sewing machine, and the thread cut off halfway through. It was a mess, but in the end you can't even tell because of where my photos are, so I'm okay with that. Next, I'm sticking that snowflake down to make sure that you can't see that harsh line in the middle corner there. And then I putz around and fuss with this flare badge here for a while. And then I got frustrated with it, so I grabbed the classic cozy sequins from the shop, which I love. The blues in this sequins mix is beautiful, and I add them everywhere that I think they look good. And then I fuss around some more with the flare badges. There are a couple of places that flare badge ends up, and then I'm like, I should have left it there. So you're gonna see that I stick the flare badge over on the left in a minute, and I'm like, man, I should have left it there, but I didn't, and I'm okay with that. Now I have found that the mini glue dots work the best for me with the sequins. I hate messing with the sequins and Scotch Dry adhesive, because it just does not, it takes me forever to pick them back up and get them down. So I use the mini glue dots, and that makes me super happy. And then I have to clean up my sequins because, you know, God forbid you don't clean them up. I don't want to leave them on the table, because then they will end up everywhere else but where they're supposed to be. And I cut out the part of the video of me fussing with this thread. Now this is the first time, thank you Missy Whitten, but this is the first time that I have attempted the thread under my flare badges, and I can say that I absolutely love it, but it did take me a while to figure out how to do it, even with watching her video. In the end, I figured it out, and I'm quite happy with the addition of the thread on my layout. The only thing left for me to do here is my journaling, and for the journaling I just told about how much I loved our Christmas morning with my mom and my oldest son and my daughter and the baby and everybody, and how they just had a really good Christmas morning. And that's going to be it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you hop along on the blog hop for your chance to win an amazing prize from both shops. Thanks for watching. Bye.